I'm okay. It's just a game. But man, oh man. Okay, so here's the thing. I've got my Josh Allen jersey on still. I've got my Buffalo Bills. I'm still bleeding red, white, and blue for the Bills. I mean, for the country too, but for the Bills. Um, so you know, I've been I've been going back and forth. I think how I want to start is I blame Josh Allen for the loss, the Buffalo Bills. So first off, as a football fan, I'm sure it was a spectacular game, right?
It was a really good game.
33-30, a lot of good plays made, a lot of bad plays made, but most of the bad plays were forced. Bad plays generally will call on the defensive side turnovers, right? A lot of that was done by good defensive effort and play, right? But all of that said, for the Buffalo Bills, I will say I blame Josh Allen. Two things, or actually three things. First, you've got to protect the ball, and we're going to come back to this in a minute. You've got to protect the ball, and anytime you have 5 turnovers, 4 of those from your quarterback in a playoff game, you're not only are you not winning that game, you're not coming close to winning that game, right? As evidenced in that second game that I mentioned, the Seahawks won 41-6. The 49ers outgained them 286-260 in offensive yards. It was because
it's hard to score that many points without turnovers if you only have 280 yards off.
Yep. But that's because San Francisco had 3 turnovers. 3 turnovers, and the game is 41-6.
Plus the kickoff return to start the game.
The kickoff return, fair. Buffalo had 5 turnovers. They lost the turnover battle 5-1. And not only were they in position to win, they should have won. We'll get to that. We'll get to that overtime play in a little bit. But I blame Josh Allen because when the chips were down, you're Superman. You're the superstar. You are the best quarterback in the league. He's the most gifted quarterback in the league. He's the most gifted quarterback I've ever seen overall. Run, pass, reading the defense, making the right throw, and making a pinpoint throw. He did not make pinpoint throws on those 2 plays. So protect the ball. You cannot fumble the ball there at the end of the first half. But in the second half, Curtis Samuel, it was Curtis Samuel, right? Running deep, had beaten his defender.
And throws it instead of leading him in the end zone.
He does. Now, insanely good play by Locke coming in. He ran a long ways. I think Josh...
And Allen didn't see him.
Yeah, okay. He was so far, Allen didn't see him, which is probably why he took a little bit off.
To make sure he didn't overthrow.
That's what... Yes, but I don't want to make excuses for Josh. Josh has to make that throw. If he leads him into the end zone, that's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. It's a completely different game. So that's one. At the end of regulation. After the Broncos go up 27-23. You've got 55 seconds. You've got Josh freaking Allen. He makes plays. He makes play after play. And then Dalton Knox is running free. He got past, I think they had Spillane kind of on him, and then Spillane handed him off to the safety. He gets by the linebacker. He gets by the safety. Josh needs to, I think Josh was a little late and a little high. I
think he was trying real hard not to throw an interception.
Yeah.
And so he placed it as opposed to threw it.
Yep.
And he just missed it. I mean, look, On the list of sins that Josh committed yesterday, the underthrown interception, the missed pass to Knox, and the fumble are the ones that get me the most as someone who genuinely wanted to see the Bills win the game.
Yeah. Yeah, the other strip sack at the beginning of the second half, I mean, you've got McDermott doesn't deserve the blame. Josh doesn't deserve the blame. They knew what was happening. They put two guys out there. And when Shakir was supposed to chip him, he didn't. And the left tackle just like watched him go right to Josh and strip him from the blind side. And it wasn't, Josh wasn't hanging on to the ball. He did the 3-step drop, and he was winding up to make that throw and just got smoked. He doesn't lose 9 out of 10 of those. 9 out of 10 of those are it's just a sack. So I don't blame him at all on that one. But yes, that fumble before the half, and then the overthrow of Curtis Samuel. Underthrow of Curtis Samuel.
Those are three, the underthrow of Samuel and then the overthrow of Knox. Those are three critical mistakes, okay? And it tells you how small the margins are. And also, don't let Cook off the hook for the fumble he had. The Broncos were driving to make that a 2-score game.
Yep.
I mean, not the Broncos, but
the Bills were. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game at 14-3. Right? So, yes, there's critical turnovers have plagued the Bills franchise for years and years, right? I get it. But I want to say, again, the reason I haven't burned my jersey, the reason I'm still wearing my Josh Allen jersey, only Superman does that. Responsible for 4 turnovers. Your team has 5 turnovers, 5 critical turnovers. And you should have won the game. Like, it's insane, right? It is absolutely insane. You're not supposed to be even close to being able to win that game when you have that.
Margin, it's not supposed to be a close game.
And yet you are, because 2 words, Josh Allen.
Well, and so we were talking, for your listeners, we were talking about this over the break. And my issue is that the reason why Josh presses and makes some of the mistakes that he does is he feels like he has to, which is also why he makes some of the spectacular plays that he does. Because he can look, he's really special, athletically speaking, and I think mentally too. Mm-hmm. But he knows he has to do things that others can't in order for the Bills to win. He has to take chances that others don't have to.
Yeah.
And he does that because he doesn't have a great wide receiver core. And his defense, while they're pretty decent against the pass, is not the best defense out there. He always knows he's going to have to win shootouts in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And that pressing, that really, that cost him, right? Sometimes. And I think the biggest example that cost him was right before the half. With that fumble. I don't think he does that. He doesn't feel like he's got these.
He doesn't need to run, and then he doesn't. Look, I don't want to absolve him of all blame. He should not have been so lackadaisical with the football.
No, I mean,
he's holding it out. Protect it.
Yes.
Protect the damn ball. If you're going to run it, first off, he shouldn't have taken off there. Get rid of the ball. Live for another play or two. But to your point, yes, he feels that he has to. Every time he's holding the ball, he has to make something spectacular happen. Otherwise, the Bills are not winning. And that has to change. That has to change in the offseason. This is what I was talking about when I mentioned, pinning all hopes on one superstar and not giving him anything around him and just saying, just do this every time. And that's the one thing that I said going into the playoffs. I was like, look, he's Superman. He's always going to be the best player on the field. And I firmly believe that. Every single game, if he had gotten to the Super Bowl, he would have been the best player on the field every single game.
It's the best offensive player, certainly.
Sure.
But so here's the thing, though. If you're the Bills general manager, why not get him a legit number one? He doesn't have to be Justin Jefferson or Chase or Puka Nuka.
AJ Brown.
He needs, he just needs a number one, a clear number one wide receiver.
Yep.
Why not do that?
I don't know. I don't understand why they didn't do it at the deadline.
And I don't think Brown from Philadelphia is the answer. Okay, because I've been kind of looking at him since Philadelphia got knocked out, and he didn't know how to run NFL routes.
He's just been living off of his athleticism, his freak.
He's been living off his athleticism. Okay, he's got such a limited route tree. He's not a legit number one, which is why the Seahawks traded him. And it's actually why he still had some issues even when he was in college at Ole Miss, because Hugh Freeze's offense made him continue to be unemployed. Didn't make wide receivers learn a full NFL route tree either.
Yeah. But yeah, to your point, it doesn't have to be a top 3 or 4 wide receiver, but
a top 16.
Yep.
One of the 16 best wide receivers in the game. And I actually think that they should try, one, do personality analysis to see if they can do it, but try to get Jordan Addison from the Vikings.
Yeah.
I think that because even though he's the number 2 in that team, I think he's one of the 15 or 16 best wide receivers in the league if he can get his head screwed on straight off the field.
Yep. That's a good thought. If they can figure that out. But yeah, it was a disappointing finish, and it's going to be a long off season, and it was an emotional locker room. I've seen a lot of clips of Josh owning up, taking the blame, saying, "I've let the team down." But I think that's also it's
part of his leadership. I mean, like
Well, yeah. No, it's part of the leadership, but I think that's also like that just comes back to what you were saying. He genuinely feels that, right? He knows it's not about the turnovers. I think when he's saying, "I let the team down," he means more so. It's not I committed these turnovers and that lost the game. He means that I was supposed to win this for the team and I didn't. Right? You understand the difference, right? I think that just highlights that constant pressure under which he lives, that he has to do it. He has to do it.
If they want to advance, he has to be the reason. And look, NFL quarterbacks are always, I mean, not to overstate it, NFL quarterbacks always have to be the ones, with rare exceptions. I'm looking at you, Sam Darnold, or Trent Dilfer from 25 years ago. Generally, your quarterback has to make plays for you to win in the playoffs and the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's just reality.
It is.
And so we didn't talk about the officiating. I am surprised.
I'm about to here real quick. I'm gonna. What shall we talk about? What else is coming up? Let's talk about February 1st. All right. Luminous is going to kick off their 2026 tour in Dallas with an exclusive international designers trunk show with over 100 international designers from India, Pakistan, UK, and Dubai. Meet the designers and discover their newest collections. Statement pieces, bridal looks, and limited edition design. This is going to be happening at the Plano Event Center. When is it? 12 until 7 p.m. on February 1st, Sunday. Refresh your wardrobe with the latest trends and meet the designers in person as you experience a day filled with fashion, style, and glamour. All right. Okay. First off, I don't know. I don't want, I've said it over and over, I don't want to be a tinfoil hatter. I don't. But the officiating does not make sense to me, man. It just does not. Those defensive pass interference calls. Look, the second one, after they'd already given them the first, which was insanely bad. they don't make that call. The defender is looking back at the ball. They're both hand fighting. They call a DPI. That's insane. The second one, yes, Tre'Davious White got there early. He got there early because it was an underthrown ball, but whatever. At that point, the game was close to being over. But really, to me, the most egregious, and somebody needs to explain this to me because I have watched 30 different times from different angles, replays. I don't see the ball move. So let's set this up. Overtime,
So
each team has had a possession. Buffalo Bills are driving, and 3rd and 11, it would have been a long 58-yard field goal from there. And McDermott goes for it. Josh goes for it. He makes a deep ball. Great throw. Brandon Cooks catches the ball over his shoulder. It is not simultaneous possession. The defender does not. First off, the defender was, if those two plays for the Bills were DPI, then that was DPI by McMillan. They didn't call it. Cooks makes the catch. He's falling. And the defender touches him as he's laying on his back. The defender rips the ball away. And initially, I thought they were calling it a fumble, but they called it an interception because somehow they're justifying it that he has to survive the ground and he didn't.
So I think your argument about the 3 calls, and I'm going to explain the other one. So the best shot you have is the first DPI, but even then, the man does grab his arm, and you never know. Whenever you grab a receiver's arm, the way that he did, you're giving the official a chance to call it against you, depending on what they see.
Agreed, but they've let worse stuff go earlier in the game. Worst.
Well, so and that's the second question is consistency. Okay, for that, but and the Bills have. Look, it kind of reminds me of the early aughts Patriots, where the Bills defense basically has made the risk assessment that we are willing to occasionally get flagged for defensive holding or pass interference in order to have less big plays against us and to reduce completion percentages against us by roughing up receivers down the field. And I think it's a gamble that the balance this season worked out for the defense, right? However, when you play that way, you got to understand eventually you're going to do something that if officials like, hey, that's a flag. But the biggest play, I think, is the interception. And the NFL rulebook says there's 3 things you have to do to demonstrate a catch, right? First, you have to have complete control of the ball, which it looks like he did. Second, he has to be in bounds, which he was. I don't think there's any question about that. But the third is you need to perform another act common to the game or maintain control of the ball long enough to do so. So if he had not had a defender around him and hit the ground, like he had possession the way that he did and hit the ground, but then coughed it up while he hit the ground, right? Because that's essentially when the ball got taken away from him, is when he would have been coughing the ball up had there not been a defender there.
Yep.
Right. He didn't maintain through a move, right? And that third one didn't But the rule book says if the player has completed the first 2 but not the third requirement for possession, contacts the ground and loses control of the ball, there is no possession. So I think that the referee was correct on that. I think the only beef Bills fans can really have is not that play. It's that interference call, which is a judgment call. But man, I can understand why it was made. My complaint would be, why did they not call the Bills for that earlier in the game? And look, and this is going to sound harsh, but last week against the Jaguars, at the end of the game, the Bills got away with, I think, a worse pass interference call that didn't get called that caused the interception in the game because he had his hand around
his right arm,
the right hip,
around,
and he's tugging, interfering with the receiver's ability to get both hands on the ball, which causes him to tip it, and then it's intercepted. So they got the call or the no call the week before, and they didn't get it against the Broncos. Makes sense.
I'm the DPI is inconsistent. That's my problem with it. But that McMillan interception just when a defender
justify though.
When a defender is on his back with the ball cradled fully in control and a defender rips it out, it's down by contact. That's what it is. The moment the defender touches him, it's down by contact. That's what they call. That's how they call it. I was even when they called it. I'm in the Bills bar. We're celebrating when that play happens, right? And then we're like, hold on a second. McMillan comes out of it. I was like, what? He didn't fumble. He's down. Right. So then they say, I was like, so then they're not even reviewing it. I was like, what? That makes no sense. And then right before they snap the ball, they call a timeout. They're saying it's being reviewed. They review it, and then they come back and they say that the call stands. Right? Not that it's confirmed. The call stands.
Because they couldn't see enough. And that's part of the frustration from a fan of like, if you just got in call right the first time, or in my team's favor, I wouldn't have to, whatever, right? Suffer the indignity of a loss.
I can't wrap my mind around. I've looked at a few of the pundits. I saw a thing this morning. Shady was talking about how Shady McCoy, right? And he was talking about how in no football world is he not down.
I think he's just wrong, though.
Okay, I'll look at the rules book.
Yeah. So
I think the ground comes out of play. The ground is no longer in play when a defender is touching you and you are down on the ground.
Well, so the thing is, it's that terminology of demonstrate, control, football move, all that jazz, and that's where the Bills got screwed. Right?
That rule has been screwing teams for 20 years now.
Well, but I don't know how do you change it? Everything. So here's it. It's a game that is adjudicated by humans. All right. And so even if it was AI, you'd still have to have programming determine what was what. Right.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the judgment is that he hadn't demonstrated control by completing a football move or completing the catch going through the ground. And I don't think he had. Now, I say this as someone who wanted the Bills to win. So, but I'm not as passionate a Bills fan as you are. All right. So, I want the Bills to win, but it doesn't affect my mood if they lose. All right. And that's, I think, the clarifier there. But I don't think he'd done that third mechanic that they talk about. Right. But I would have the bigger beef with
with that first DPI.
The first DPI, even though I understand why it was called.
Yeah.
I feel like the refs have to be more consistent. It's kind of like the Rams-Bengals Super Bowl a few years ago. I actually think all the calls they made against the Bengals at the end were by the rule book correct. But my question would be they've been doing that all game.
Where were you for the first 40 minutes? You give
a permission structure from the play like that. And then the biggest moment of their professional careers, which Cincinnati I don't think will ever get back to because of how poorly run they are. They changed the rules of the game within the game.
Yep.
And I like Stafford and the Rams, a slightly more positive than neutral. Okay, because I think McVay and Shanahan of the 49ers are the best coaches in the game. But they hadn't called that all game. But by the rule book, those calls were correct. They just hadn't called them all game.
Yeah. All right. We are way over time. I'm going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and then we're going to talk about both the NFL games coming up as well as the championship game tomorrow. We'll have all of that. I'm flat again. I'd kind of compartmentalized and put this away. For the first hour, I was good, but
this one, that one's going to take a while to get over.
It was pretty tough. All right, man. Short break. We'll be right back right here on Radio Azad with the Sports Spotlight.
You are listening to Radio Azad, where your voice matters. Entertain, inform, inspire.
Download the free Radio Azad app on the App Store or Google Play to listen worldwide.
When you educate an orphan like Hamza, you are giving her the tools that she needs to build a brighter future. Islamic Relief staff are local, raised in the communities they serve, so they understand how to use your donations as effectively as possible. Give the gift of education to a child like Hamza. Be the relief for orphans. Donate today at irusa.org or call 1-855-447-1001.
Kind Home Loans is your Dallas mortgage lending partner.
Big news, rates are down. Now's the time to refinance and lock in savings before the market shifts again. Depending on your mortgage amount, you could save $500 to $1,000 a month. Non-QM rates are also dropping, and we can refinance your home using a non-QM mortgage to bring your rate down and cut your costs. Bottom line, the window is open, rates are low, and your chance to save big is right now. Don't wait until rates bounce back, and let's lock in your savings before it's gone.
Call Jamal Khwaja today at 915-306-5463 or visit kindhomeloans.com. NMLS number 1702123.
Mandalay Collection is a family jewelry business that originated in Burma 4 generations ago, designing and providing traditional as well as unique and classic jewelry using diamonds and various Burmese gemstones. Rubies, sapphires, emeralds set in 18 to 21 karat gold. Having established themselves as a bespoke service by appointment only, they have been in Pakistan, the UK, and UAE for over 2 decades and are now in Dallas. You are cordially invited to attend an exclusive showing of Mandalay Collection's beautiful jewelry on Saturday, January 31st from 12 noon to 5 p.m. at Nilo Hotel, 8201 Preston Road, Plano. Please check out www.mandalaycollection.com and the Instagram at Mandalay Collection and Mandalay International.
Think you can handle the heat? Come to the port of Peri Peri and prove it. Warning, side effects may include an uncontrollable craving for flame-grilled chicken and occasional tears of joy. Or, well, just tears. Our signature Peri Peri chicken is marinated, flame-grilled, and absolutely packed with flavor. From mild to wild, we've got the heat level to match your inner spice warrior. Think you're up for it? Challenge accepted. Visit us at one of our locations in Irving or Plano. Just look for the people fanning their mouths and ordering seconds. At the port of Peri Peri, it's the heat that can't be beat.
Hello, it's me, the Royal Banquet Hall in Irving. I know you folks in Dallas-Fort Worth are always looking for a party venue, and now you have me. Come on in, take a look around. Such a beautiful ambience, right? We have all the amenities to accommodate your get-togethers, birthdays, graduation parties, mendies, sangeets, weddings, fundraisers, whatever you need. We will take care of it all to create a memorable and stress-free event for you. We can easily accommodate 70 to 120 of your besties in our space. The Royal Banquet is located at 1800 Marketplace Boulevard, Irving. Check us out at theroyalbanquets.com or give us a ring at 469-642-5110. The Royal Banquet, where every event is a royal experience.
A very important announcement from the management at Freeman Toyota. The management at Freeman Toyota would like to assure you, our Radio Azad listeners, all possible assistance in securing a new Toyota as quick as possible with fair market price on any of 20 new Toyota models, including hybrids. Plus, you have the guarantee that financing and trade values are the best in town. If you are looking for a new car, your first choice should be a Toyota. And the only choice should be to call Mohammed Ahmed at Freeman Toyota at 214-404-4156. That's 214-404-4156. Or email at mahmed@toyotatime.com.
Renowned designer Wahaj M. Khan is bringing his stunning formal Ramadan and Eid luxury print creations right to your doorstep at Nilo Hotel, Plano. Elevate your style quotient with Wahaj's exquisite raw silk talidars and 3-piece straight shirt sets, embroidered shisha silk with resham embroidery, tie and dye silks, and beautiful block print lehenga cholis and solid sets. Saturday, February 7th, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. at Nilo Plano Hotel, 8201 Preston Road, Plano. Don't miss this exclusive shopping experience. Luxury you love, style you'll remember.
Tap the app and listen to your favorite station, Radio Azad, anytime,